microphone, like an old Windows 98 microphone or whatever.
Well, had you ever played a guitar before that, or?
No, I've never played a guitar before that, but my father, for a while, he owned a guitar, but all he ever did was just lie in the corner, and the neck was previously broken because I could see a crack that was just glued on there, and the tonation was just way off chart, and I was just like a 7 or 8 or 6. I didn't even know how to play guitar. I just strammed to the rhythm on the guitar as much as I can. I just followed the rhythm with the song and just I left the strings open and I just kept doing the rhythm. And then when I was 9 or 10, um, we arranged for a music therapist to come to my house and teach me to play guitar. And she started with basic chords like D, A, G, and then all of a sudden, as the years passed, and I got the hang of the chords, started when we moved to Delaware, started doing going to music teachers, and went from there.
So you're not one of the self-taught YouTubers then.
No, unfortunately, I'm not that special.
Hey, more and more are learning how to do all kinds of stuff on there. I just replaced a toilet thanks to YouTube. Gets a lot of use around here.
Awesome.
So at 10, you finally, you start the lessons. You're strumming the guitar. You're watching your favorite bands. You're jamming with mom. When did you decide? Well, it's time for me to kind of become my own, to kind of make my sound.
Well, I think I started writing lyrics when I was in 8th grade. Cause like I had a bunch of my friends together and we were talking about, yeah, let's form a band, but we were never serious. And I just wrote these cheesy boy band lyrics because that's what I was into back then, and I'm still embarrassed about that. But although on occasion I'll still jam out to some old school Backstreet Boys, and that's pretty much it, nothing else. But it was just cheesy, like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel lyrics, and I knew they weren't going to get anywhere, so I just wrote for the sake of writing. And back then I had terrible stage fright. I didn't want anything to do with the stage, but I wanted to act, I wanted to sing. And then when the school play held for auditions in the 8th grade, I was like, you have to do this. If you got to get over your fear. You just got to try it. You got to go for it. Then when I got on that stage, I just realized the lights were shining on my eyes so hard that I couldn't even see anybody in the first place. So I'm like, this isn't that bad.
Kind of like in your own little world,
Yeah. Then I kept continue writing lyrics all the way into high school. I just had like 2 composition notes full of crappy lyrics and all that jazz. But then I started to in junior year I finally started to actually put music to them. And then when I had a couple good songs I wanted to record, I had some cousins who live up in Cleveland, Nathan Brady and Tim Babcock. I think my cousin Tim is a drummer for a band called Restless Habs. Very good punk band. And so back in the day, I went to their studio when we visited Cleveland, and we recorded two of my songs live. And then they were just home studio recorded. They were nothing special, but it was enough, good enough to catch the attention of the other kids in the school and the scene. They heard my songs, and then I was a senior at the time. And then they were like, "Hey, man, I'm having a garage show at my house, and I was wondering if you'd like to be on the roster." And I still remember the exact day. I think it was October 29th, 2010. I believe that was my very first gig I played in. A gig from another school's kid in his garage with a bunch of other friends, and it was just by myself. It was just like 15 or 20 people standing in a sidewalk or a driveway, just chatting amongst each other and all that jazz. But it was the first time I ever played in front of anybody. And then when they did it again in the February of 2011, they asked me back. And apparently I there was this couple that gave me a 50-piece McNugget for doing so well. There was
Wait a minute. What?
there was three guys that wanted me to sign their chests. It was weird, dude.
All right. Well,
It's Delaware, dude. It's Delaware.
I guess if you got to have like a first couple of gigs, that makes it a little easier. I mean, if you got chicks throwing chicken nuggets at you and dudes having you sign their boobs, I mean, no pressure there.
I still have a picture of myself with the signed chests of the dudes somewhere on Facebook.
Oh my god!
Good luck finding those, Rick.
I was gonna say we got to get our Jose. You heard him. That's a challenge. He said, "Good luck."
All right, and we'll give you some McNuggets for a good job well done, Jose.
There you go. So, with the exception of the thought there in 8th grade, or was there any? Because I know you're solo now, but was there ever a time where you tried the band deal? The whole full band.
Yeah, many times. I've, the basic thing, just get a bunch of your high school friends together, just start making noise. I was so close to doing one. I had two friends that were into like grunge and hard rock, and they wanted me to be the bass player and the singers. And since they were both sensational guitarists, and I asked my dad for my birthday, can I get a bass guitar? And he got the bass guitar, and then one of the friends moved away, so we just officially gave up. And then, just like that.
Well, at least you tried.
Yeah, but then senior year, I found a friend who recorded music in a basement, and I was like, "Hey, can we record something?" And he was like, "Yeah, cool." So we go down into his basement where there's a drum kit and then like a handheld recording mixer where he would record one part and then he would paste it onto his computer, and then we go back down and record another part, paste it all together without a click track, by the way, which it kind of was a little sloppy, but it was kind of pieced well together at some points. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't top-notch quality, but it was a great start. And the first time I ever played in a band was when I released my first demo, which just as of now I officially got rid of because I just got to put it to rest. I think actually May 26, 2011 was the very first time I ever played in a band. When we released my first demo, we played in another high school in downtown Dover, Delaware. They were doing this coffee house thing where they would have poets and musicians from across the area to promote their talents. And then I was asked to be one of those because I've done it a couple of times before. So I asked the drummer if he would drum for me, and I got my good friend to play bass for me. And it was a lot of fun. I got to experience playing in a band for the first time on that day in May 26, 2011. And that's also the reason why I'm releasing Prove 'Em Wrong Kid on May 26, 2017 to commemorate the 6th anniversary of the very first time I've ever played in a band. So May 26th is really a special day for me in terms of that.
When you first started explaining this, I was kind of getting the impression that maybe it's just easier being solo. I would think at times it's just kind of a hard deal to keep the band together. You got so many different creative minds and so many different ideas.
Oh, yeah. And I am part Italian, so you're kind of on the nose.
Oh, Lord. So, but with the way you ended that, with how you want to commemorate the first time you're in a band, and I mean, have you had thoughts of maybe putting a band together again, or are you pretty happy just kind of, doing your own thing?
Well, I do have a backing band with me to do original shows. My guitar player is actually sitting in this living room right now because we're rehearsing to go on a television show tomorrow morning. And we're also discussing a trio. We actually got a drummer together. We're getting a set list down just to do covers around town just to make a little extra money. So, yeah, I've always been down to do a band, and I feel like now that I'm in a good position to do this, it's easier now than ever to form a band if I wanted to, because back then I didn't have the resources and equipment available to do that, and I didn't even have the money either because I was just a teenager with no job in Delaware, just living on a dream. Sorry, Bon Jovi.
Well, his was more of a prayer.
But now in the place where I am right now, where I'm doing gigs by myself, and I have some exposure in my town, I got the ability to do all this. I feel like now that I'm in the part where I'm in right now, I feel like it's a lot easier to form a band for me if I really wanted to.
And are you looking for just all Italians in this band, or is it pretty much open to just talent?
Oh no, it's strictly Italians. We set up a strict test. We put out 3 plates of pasta, and they have to pick which one is the vegan pasta. If they choose the vegan pasta, they have to throw it on the ground. And if they choose the vegan pasta, they're in the band.
I gotcha. What would be what is the perfect time to cook pasta? Is it really the 7 minutes they all say?
Oh, it's absolutely the 7 minutes, because I think I heard that like gluten-free pasta takes like 90 minutes to cook, and I'm like, what the hell?
Well, all right. I got someone in the family has to be gluten-free, and I have to say, gluten-free food sucks. And they use.
Have you've tried it, right?
Oh, it's horrible.
It needs gluten.
It definitely needs gluten. Unfortunately, though, when you're allergic to it, bad things happen. But no, it definitely needs gluten. The gluten-free noodles are crap. You'll never get them from being mushy. I like an al dente noodle, nothing mushy.
Oh yeah.
I'm in the band then. I'm not Italian, but I can make some damn good pasta, and it won't be gluten-free.
Oh hell yeah, man! I'm down for that.
Now you said you're on a TV show tomorrow. What's up with that?
Well, it's like a local Fox radio station, Fox 24 down here in Charleston. I'm going on there to promote Prove 'Em Wrong Kid, talk about the EP, and I'll also be talking about the release show at the Sparrow and Park Circle in Charleston on May 26th, which is free. We'll have CDs available for sale. It's unfortunately it's 21 and up, so not everybody can come in, but we've found a solution. People that are under 21 or people that just don't live in Charleston, I will be streaming the release show on this app called Booster. It's a broadcasting app that was developed by students from the College of Charleston, and one of them reached out to me about trying Booster, and I absolutely love it. You can broadcast yourself, interact with people. You can even sell merch on this app, which is amazing. So when the time comes, I will definitely be posting a link to the broadcast on Booster, on Facebook and Twitter, to the release show and all that jazz. And, me and Nick will also be performing a song from the EP tomorrow on the show. You people that don't live in Charleston can go on to foxcharleston.com and watch online as well as it goes live. It starts at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I'll post a link to that as well when the time comes.
11 p.m. No one over 21's up that late. They got to let the little ones in.
Well, that's what DVR is for, my friend.
Oh, it's that fang-dangle technology. You and you kids. All right. All right. Well, that's a big deal, though. I mean, I would imagine that's going to give you lots and lots of local exposure. Are you pretty well known locally? I mean, it sounds like you're out there, gigging and such.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm absolutely locally well known. I mean, within like the music scene, I would say that I am pretty well known because I've met a lot of musicians here who pretty much know me. And especially with musicians that work at some music stores here, I pretty much consider them my family and my brothers. But I don't consider myself to be locally well known just yet. I would consider myself like kind of in the shadows, whatever. I'm still trying to get out, but when it happens, it'll happen. So I'm not really rushing it.
Well, how did the how the TV deal go? I mean, was this something like you reached out for? Did they reach out to you or?
No, I reached out to them. I sent them an email, told them I wanted to promote my